Over 60? Eat this one food to reverse muscle loss. Fast? Over 60 and feeling weaker each month? You could be facing sarcopenia, a silent muscle-wasting condition that affects nearly every older adult. But here's the good news. One specific food has been shown to help reverse this age-related muscle loss, and it works faster than most supplements. In this video, you'll discover exactly what that food is, how to prepare it for maximum muscle recovery, and 3 bonus strategies that will boost your strength, energy, and balance. Stick around until the end, because the final tip isn't something you eat, but it might be the key to rebuilding strength while you sleep. Let's begin with the one meal that combines complete protein, muscle-protecting nutrients, and anabolic power. The magic of salmon and quinoa power bowl. Eating for muscle repair becomes more critical with age, especially once you pass 60. At that stage, the body's efficiency in turning dietary protein into muscle starts to decline noticeably. This process is known as anabolic resistance, and it makes muscle loss not only more likely, but harder to reverse. That is why the combination of wild-caught salmon and cooked quinoa is not just a smart choice, but a therapeutic one. Each food brings a unique profile of essential nutrients that address the exact weaknesses aging bodies tend to develop. Have you ever noticed your muscle tone slowly slipping even though you think you are eating enough protein? If so, this dish might be the exact turnaround your body needs. Let's look closely at salmon first. When you choose wild-caught salmon, especially from cold waters like Alaska, you are getting one of the highest quality proteins available. A 6-ounce portion delivers about 38 grams of protein that the body can use immediately. That is already more than half the average senior needs at one meal to stimulate muscle repair effectively. But salmon does far more than just supply protein. It gives the body roughly 2,200 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids per serving. Those omega-3s, especially EPA and DHA, have been shown by the National Institutes of Health to lower muscle inflammation and improve the response of aging muscle to resistance training. Could the type of fish you eat actually affect your recovery and strength? It certainly can. And many of my patients do not realize how quickly inflammation can sabotage even a healthy meal unless the right fats are included. On top of that, salmon is packed with vitamin D3. One serving provides close to 570 international units, which helps regulate testosterone and maintain healthy calcium levels, both of which are required for keeping bones strong and muscles active. Low vitamin D has been linked to poor strength, frequent falls, and even depression in seniors. How often do you think about your vitamin D intake when eating? It is one of the most overlooked factors in muscle maintenance. Alongside D3, salmon gives you selenium, a trace mineral that supports the antioxidant enzymes inside muscle cells, protecting them from everyday oxidative stress that builds up over time. Without this protection, your muscle tissue becomes more vulnerable to breakdown. Now, let's focus on quinoa. Unlike many plant-based foods, quinoa offers all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein. Just 1 cup of cooked quinoa delivers 8 grams of protein, along with magnesium and iron. Magnesium plays a major role in preventing muscle cramps and supporting healthy nerve function. It also supports post-exercise recovery by calming overactive nerves and helping muscle fibers repair themselves. Iron helps deliver oxygen to working muscles, keeping fatigue at bay. If you often feel tired after walking or climbing stairs, low iron could be part of the problem. Have you ever been told you are slightly anemic or your iron levels are borderline? That makes this combination even more important. Another overlooked benefit of quinoa is its carbohydrate content. While many seniors are told to limit carbs, they often cut too far. Your body actually needs a moderate amount of high-quality carbohydrates like those in quinoa to help drive amino acids into muscle tissue. This is because insulin, triggered by carbs, acts as a transport hormone that brings nutrients where they are needed most. Without enough carbs, protein often sits unused. Do you balance your protein with the right type of carbohydrate during meals, Or do you skip them altogether? Let's now go through how to prepare this as a simple meal that supports recovery without being overwhelming in the kitchen. Start with a 6-ounce fillet of wild salmon. Choose Alaskan if possible, since it contains fewer toxins and more omega-3s compared to farmed versions. Season the fillet with a pinch of salt and black pepper and then sprinkle half a teaspoon of turmeric on top. Turmeric contains curcumin, which has been studied by Cleveland Clinic researchers for its ability to lower inflammation markers that rise during muscle loss. Place the salmon in a preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit and bake it for about 12 to 15 minutes. Avoid overcooking because heat-sensitive fats like omega-3s degrade quickly and lose their potency. While that is cooking, rinse 1 cup of quinoa thoroughly under cold water. This helps wash away saponins, which are natural bitter compounds on the surface that may irritate digestion. Combine the quinoa with 2 cups of water in a pot, bring to a boil, then lower to a simmer for 15 minutes until the grains are tender and water is absorbed. For an extra anti-inflammatory boost, add a handful of baby spinach on top of the warm quinoa just before serving. Spinach wilts slightly and adds folate, potassium, and vitamin K, all of which support bone and muscle coordination. Finally, drizzle 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil over the bowl and, if you enjoy it, a light squeeze of lemon juice to brighten the flavor. Olive oil contains monounsaturated fats that support heart health and reduce inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, especially when consumed regularly. Have you ever used olive oil as more than a salad dressing? It actually makes nutrient absorption more efficient, especially fat-soluble vitamins like D3. As for timing, this bowl is best eaten at lunch or early dinner. That is when the body is naturally more responsive to anabolic signals, which means it will use the protein more effectively. Eating late at night can reduce digestion quality and blunt recovery unless paired with a slow-digesting protein. Have you noticed feeling more energized when your heaviest meal is earlier in the day? That is often because your metabolism functions more efficiently in daylight hours. In my experience, working with seniors for over 15 years, I have seen remarkable changes in patients who include this dish in their weekly rotation. Those who eat it 2 to 3 times a week often report better energy within the first few weeks. Over time, we start seeing improvements in grip strength, stair climbing ability, and even sharper thinking. I remember one patient in particular who had been feeling weaker each month despite trying supplements. Once we added this meal regularly, she not only started gaining strength, but also began sleeping better and moving more comfortably throughout the day. Now, let's briefly touch on what to watch out for. Buying the wrong type of salmon is a common mistake. Farm-raised salmon often has less omega-3 and more contaminants like polychlorinated biphenyls, which may interfere with hormone function. Always check for wild-caught labels. With quinoa, not rinsing it thoroughly can cause bloating or mild stomach discomfort, which discourages people from eating it again. That bitter taste is entirely avoidable with proper preparation. Another mistake is removing quinoa or similar carbohydrates from the plate altogether. While it might seem like a low-carb approach will help with weight, in older adults it can cause muscle wasting if protein delivery is impaired by lack of insulin response. Have you made that shift to low-carb meals and noticed strength or energy fading afterward? Some people also try to add fish oil supplements while eating salmon frequently. But that can be risky, especially if they are already on blood thinners. Fish oil has natural anti-clotting effects, so it is always important to talk to your doctor before stacking supplements with high omega-3 foods. Have you ever felt like supplements made you feel a little off or caused unexpected side effects? That could be part of the reason. Eating this kind of bowl regularly also improves brain health due to the combined effects of omega-3s, B vitamins, and antioxidants. It is not just your body that feels stronger. Your focus and coordination tend to sharpen as well, and I have seen that firsthand many times. Next up is a protein-enhancing ritual to start your day with strength. Let's unlock the hidden muscle magic of collagen-boosted coffee. Before we go on, tell me where you are watching from and what strength or health goal you are working on right now. Want more tips to stay strong and mobile without joint pain? Tap subscribe and turn on notifications. If this is helping you, type 1 in the comments or 0. If not, I want to keep improving for you. Starting your day with a combination of collagen and coffee might seem simple, but this one habit can completely change how your joints, tendons, and muscles feel over time. Collagen, especially in its hydrolyzed form, gets absorbed quickly and goes straight to work where connective tissue needs the most help. That is crucial because collagen is not just a beauty supplement. It is a structural protein that makes up a large portion of our ligaments, tendons, and fascia. These are the elements that hold muscle to bone and provide stability when we move. If these tissues weaken, muscle loss tends to accelerate. Have you ever felt like your knees are not as reliable or that your grip strength is slowly fading? Now, let's look at what happens when collagen is taken with black coffee. Drinking it in the morning stimulates circulation, which enhances how nutrients are delivered throughout the body. Caffeine opens up blood vessels and improves blood flow for up to 2 hours. And that increased flow allows collagen peptides to get into connective tissue more effectively. Timing is key here. That early window, 30 to 60 minutes before breakfast, is when your body is already ramping up cortisol and breaking its overnight fast. During that phase, nutrient uptake is more efficient, especially when paired with light movement like walking or stretching. Do you currently drink coffee first thing, but skip adding any protein to it? 1 scoop of hydrolyzed collagen powder, typically around 10 grams, gives you about 9 grams of pure protein. But the real value lies in the amino acids it contains. Glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline are 3 of the most important building blocks for soft tissue repair, yet they are almost completely missing from plant-based protein sources and even low in whey. These specific amino acids help the body strengthen the collagen matrix that surrounds muscle fibers. That makes a real difference if you are working to preserve lean tissue as you age. And even if you are not lifting heavy weights, keeping that connective structure healthy helps with mobility, balance, and recovery after daily activity. Let's talk about how to prepare it properly. Always use unflavored collagen peptides from grass-fed sources. Mix 1 scoop directly into black coffee. You do not need cream or sugar, and it is better to skip those if possible. Creamers with additives like gums, artificial sweeteners, or hydrogenated fats can interfere with digestion and slow down nutrient absorption. Cinnamon is a great optional addition. It contains polyphenols, which are plant compounds shown to reduce inflammation and help stabilize blood sugar after meals. That can be particularly helpful if your joints feel swollen after eating certain foods. Do you usually add sweetener or flavored creamers to your coffee? That habit might be undoing some of the benefits. A mistake I often see is people using flavored collagen powders that include hidden sugars or low-quality thickeners. These do not just taste artificial, they also raise insulin levels and reduce the efficiency of amino acid transport. Another common issue is using collagen in isolation without combining it with movement. Collagen gets incorporated into tissue better when muscles are under even light mechanical tension. So a short walk, stretching, or resistance band work right after drinking it can boost the benefit significantly. Have you ever paired your morning supplement with activity before? Try it for 1 week and see if you notice smoother mobility by mid-morning. If this is helping you already, tap the like button and let others over 60 find this life-changing info too. And don't forget to subscribe for more strength-boosting strategies. Always check the label. You want to see the words hydrolyzed or collagen peptides, and ideally, the product should be certified by a third-party organization like NSF or Informed Sport. That shows the product has been tested for purity and potency. If it does not list a collagen content, or if the total protein seems inflated with fillers like rice powder or maltodextrin, skip it. Better collagen tends to be slightly more expensive, but in clinical experience, the difference in outcomes is noticeable. It is safe to take up to 20 grams of collagen a day, split into 2 servings. But people with very sensitive stomachs might feel bloated if they take it all at once. Also, some types of collagen are derived from eggs or marine sources, so always check if you have allergies. Personally, I have seen dramatic improvements in clients who were dealing with early arthritis or general joint stiffness. Within just 10 to 14 days of adding morning collagen to their coffee, they felt stronger during walks and more stable during daily tasks. Have you tried collagen long enough to track your results? If this video helps you, hit the like button, not just for me, but for everyone trying to build strength and stay active without stressing their body. Every like helps more people find these simple tools. Let's get this to the ones who really need it. Let's shift our focus now to something equally powerful, but served in a bowl. A warm meal that supports not just muscle strength, but also gut stability and immune resilience. That is where lentil and bone broth soup comes in. Lentils on their own offer an impressive nutritional profile. One cooked cup contains about 18 grams of plant-based protein, which is rare among legumes. They are also rich in magnesium, iron, and fiber, particularly resistant starch and oligosaccharides, which feed beneficial gut bacteria. That gut support can improve immune function, mental clarity, and nutrient absorption over time. Bone broth brings a different set of strengths. A single cup provides around 9 grams of collagen-rich protein, as well as electrolytes like potassium, phosphorus, and calcium. These nutrients are vital for fluid balance, nerve conduction, and muscle contraction. But it is the amino acid glycine in bone broth that makes it especially valuable. Glycine promotes glutathione production, the body's most important antioxidant. It also supports the repair of joint cartilage and reduces systemic inflammation. When you combine it with lentils, you get a complete profile of both plant and animal proteins, making this soup ideal for recovery after physical therapy, exercise, or even a stressful day. Let's go further into how to make it. Start with 1 cup of dry green lentils and rinse thoroughly. Combine them in a pot with 2 cups of real bone broth, not just store-bought stock. Add diced carrot, celery, garlic, onion, and a pinch of thyme. Simmer gently for 35 to 40 minutes until the lentils are tender. Avoid overcooking them, since prolonged heat can damage their amino acid content. If you want to amplify the anti-inflammatory effect, add turmeric and a crack of black pepper. That combination helps boost curcumin absorption, which is especially helpful if you deal with joint swelling or poor post-meal circulation. Portion-wise, 1 to 1.5 cups per serving is ideal. 2 to 3 times a week works best, especially in the evening. Having this soup after a walk or light stretching session helps deliver nutrients directly to recovering tissues and supports overnight repair. Have you noticed how heavy dinners can make sleep more difficult or cause joint discomfort by morning? Meals like this reduce that risk by being nutrient-dense yet easy to digest. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would this kind of meal work for your schedule? Or do you usually eat something else in the evening? Now, be mindful of store-bought versions. Many soup labels say bone broth, but are really just stock with flavoring. Always check the label. You want to see 8 grams or more of protein per cup and ingredients like grass-fed bones or pasture-raised chicken. Avoid options with high sodium or monosodium glutamate. These ingredients can irritate the gut and create water retention, especially if you are already sensitive to processed foods. Avoid oversalting the soup at home. Bone broth already contains naturally occurring sodium and electrolytes. Too much salt can throw off that balance and make the meal less effective for hydration. Another thing to be careful with is cooking lentils too long or reheating multiple times, which breaks down their amino acids and ruins the texture. I have had clients use this soup regularly during rehab and recovery phases. It supports steady energy, better bowel habits, and fewer muscle cramps. If you have ever felt wiped out after a workout or sluggish after dinner, this kind of meal could help reset your system. Stick around until the end, because the last two strategies build muscle while you sleep and protect your joints without heavy workouts. Most people skip them, but they might just be the missing piece in your daily routine. Now we advance to a small but incredibly powerful source of anabolic nutrition. If you have ever dismissed boiled eggs as too simple, the next part may just change how you view their muscle-supporting potential. Hard-boiled omega-3 enriched eggs are an excellent nutrient-dense option that delivers a powerful combination of protein and healthy fats in a simple package. Each egg provides approximately 6 grams of complete protein, which contains all essential amino acids necessary for muscle repair and growth. The omega-3 fatty acids in these eggs, about 125 milligrams per egg, support brain function and help regulate inflammation in the body, which is essential for recovery and long-term joint health. Additionally, eggs contain choline, a nutrient critical for nervous system health and cognitive function, as well as vitamin B12, which supports red blood cell production and neurological health. The amino acid leucine found in eggs acts as a key trigger for muscle protein synthesis, making them an ideal food for anyone looking to maintain or build muscle mass. How often do you include eggs in your diet, and do you think you are getting enough omega-3s to support your muscle and brain health? Hard-boiled eggs are particularly convenient for people who have low appetites or are always on the go. Eating 2 to 3 eggs daily can provide sustained energy and nutrients without feeling heavy or overwhelming, especially as a mid-morning snack or after exercise when your body needs quick, high-quality protein to start repairing muscle fibers. For those concerned about cholesterol, limiting egg yolks to 1 per day can help balance the benefits without raising cholesterol levels significantly. Adding a sprinkle of cracked black pepper or paprika not only enhances flavor, but also improves digestion by stimulating gastric juices, which helps your body absorb the nutrients more efficiently. Have you ever tried seasoning your eggs with spices that aid digestion? What differences did you notice? When buying eggs, it is important to choose omega-3 enriched or pasture-raised labels. These terms indicate better fatty acid profiles and higher nutrient content because pasture-raised hens have access to natural diets rich in omega-3 sources. Generic eggs labeled simply as natural are not regulated, and their nutrient profile can vary widely, so relying on those may not deliver the health benefits you expect. Avoid frying or cooking eggs at very high temperatures since omega-3 fatty acids are delicate and heat sensitive. Overcooking destroys these valuable fats and diminishes the egg's nutritional quality. Also, avoid pairing eggs with sugary snacks or refined carbohydrates like white bread because sugars slow protein absorption and can spike insulin levels unnecessarily. How careful are you when choosing eggs or pairing foods with protein sources? Excessive egg consumption, such as 5 to 6 eggs daily over a long period, can affect cholesterol levels and cause digestive discomfort in some people. Anyone allergic to egg proteins should obviously avoid them entirely. In my clinical experience, adding 2 boiled omega-3 eggs per day has been one of the simplest and most effective dietary changes for patients focused on improving strength. Within just 4 weeks, many report stronger grip and less muscle fatigue. If you have tried eggs for muscle support, what changes have you noticed? Drop a comment below to share your experience. Next, we will turn our attention to activating muscles efficiently with minimal joint stress by using resistance band mini sets. Resistance bands offer a gentle yet effective way to maintain muscle tension without putting excess strain on joints. This method of exercise enhances balance and coordination while stimulating the release of anabolic hormones that promote muscle growth and repair. Harvard research has shown that band exercises help preserve leg strength and improve neuromuscular control, which is especially important as we age to reduce fall risk. What kind of muscle strengthening exercises do you usually perform, and have you ever used resistance bands before? For this routine, all you need is a light to medium resistance loop band, a sturdy chair, and enough open space to move comfortably. The entire sequence takes about 10 minutes, making it easy to fit into a busy schedule. The morning set, lasting 5 minutes, includes seated knee lifts with the band, which strengthen the quadriceps and hip flexors, and wall push-ups, which target the chest, shoulders, and triceps while reducing joint impact. In the evening, spend 5 minutes performing standing bicep curls and seated hamstring curls with the band to stimulate upper and lower body muscle groups that support posture and mobility. A common mistake is skipping rest periods between sets, which can lead to poor form and fatigue. Using too tight a band increases the risk of muscle strain or joint discomfort. Maintaining proper posture throughout is crucial. Engaging your core and avoiding hyperextension of limbs protects your spine and enhances effectiveness. How often do you focus on form during your workouts? And what challenges do you face with at-home strength training? Aim to complete these mini sets 3 to 4 times per week, alternating with walking or other light cardio days. Pairing the routine with collagen or protein intake about 30 minutes before exercise has been shown to maximize muscle protein synthesis. Moving forward to a nutrition habit that works silently while you rest, bedtime protein dosing. Consuming 20 to 30 grams of casein or other slow-digesting protein before bed helps prevent muscle breakdown overnight by maintaining an anabolic state. During sleep, the body undergoes extensive tissue repair, and providing a steady supply of amino acids supports muscle maintenance and growth. Options include 1 scoop of micellar casein mixed with water or unsweetened almond milk, or 3/4 of a cup of plain Greek yogurt combined with flaxseed and a pinch of cinnamon. Greek yogurt adds probiotics, which can improve gut health and support immune function, while flaxseed provides omega-3 fatty acids and fiber. How often do you think about nutrition in relation to sleep quality and muscle recovery? Best practices recommend taking this protein about 30 minutes before going to bed. Avoid mixing with sugar or fruit because simple carbohydrates can slow protein digestion and cause unnecessary insulin spikes during the night. People with lactose intolerance may need plant-based alternatives to casein to avoid digestive discomfort. Taking excessive casein above 40 grams per day could also cause bloating or gastrointestinal upset. From my personal experience with patients, this is one of the most reliable nighttime strategies for improving energy levels and reducing morning stiffness. Those who stick with it for several weeks often report feeling less sore and more mobile during the day. If you have ever tried nighttime protein, how did it impact your recovery? I would love to hear from you. To summarize quickly, here is a checklist. The salmon and quinoa bowl provides a complete meal rich in protein and anti-inflammatory nutrients. Collagen coffee delivers morning support for connective tissue and strength. Lentil and bone broth soup offers nourishing protein that is easy on joints. Omega-3 eggs are fast and portable sources of muscle-supporting nutrition. Resistance band mini sets are gentle, effective strength training tools. Bedtime protein dosing helps rebuild muscle while you sleep. Starting with one of these steps and gradually adding others can create a strong foundation for long-term health. If this video gave you new tools to rebuild your strength after 60, like it now, comment below with what step you're starting first and subscribe with notifications on because the next video might unlock your next breakthrough.